For nearly 60 years, Tamil Nadu politics followed one rule. You picked a side, DMK or AIADMK. Every election, every political war eventually came back to these two poles. And then a movie star walked in. Not just with fan clubs or cinematic charisma, but with something far more dangerous, a machine. Because what happened in the just concluded 2026 Tamil Nadu elections was not just a celebrity entering politics. That has happened umpteen times before in the state. In less than 2 years, actor politician C. Joseph Vijay and his party Tamizhaga Vetri Kazhagam shattered one of India's most deeply entrenched political binaries. 108 seats and over 1.5 crore votes. And suddenly, Tamil Nadu had a third force. But here's the thing, the victory was not built by Vijay alone. Behind the speeches and the viral clips and roaring crowds was a carefully assembled inner circle. A group of strategists, technocrats and mobilization experts who quietly engineered one of the most sophisticated political campaigns Tamil Nadu has seen in recent memory. This is the story of the 6 people who built Vijay's political empire. To understand why TVK's rise matters, you first need to understand Tamil Nadu's political DNA. For decades, Dravidian politics was built on gigantic party structures. It was about district secretaries, caste equations, welfare networks, ground level patronage, and the DMK and AIADMK mastered this ecosystem over generations. Breaking into it was almost impossible. Many tried, most failed. Actors entered politics before, some created noise, but eventually the machinery of established Dravidian parties swallowed them whole. So when Vijay launched TVK, many assumed this would be another fan club experiment, a temporary political moment. But TVK was built differently. It operated like a hybrid startup, one part cinema fandom, one part corporate strategy, and one part digital warfare machine. And in the center of this transition was one man. Every celebrity politician faces the same problem. Fans are not carders. Cheering at audio launches is not the same as booth management. Whistling in theatres is not the same as electoral discipline. And that transformation required someone who understood both worlds. Enter N. Anand. He wasn't just a political organizer. He was the bridge between Vijay the superstar and Vijay the political leader. Long before TVK officially existed, Anand was already building the groundwork through the Vijay Makkal Iyakkam. He organized blood donation camps, welfare activities, local outreach. What looked like fan activity on the surface slowly became a proto-political network underneath. And this is where TVK differed from previous celebrity movements. The party did not start from zero. It inherited a deeply emotional and a very localized social infrastructure. Anand's biggest contribution was discipline. He reportedly knew local functionaries personally and maintained constant communication with them. And symbolically, Anand delivered electorally as well, winning Chennai's T Nagar seat by over 13,000 votes. That victory mattered because T Nagar isn't just another constituency, it's urban and politically visible. Winning there sent a message. TVK was not merely surviving urban scrutiny, but was thriving in it. Now comes the more fascinating layer, narratives.
உங்களாரையும் கையெடுத்து கும்பிட்டு கேக்குறேன், பூத்துக்கு போய் ஸ்டாலின் சார் கிட்ட இருந்து நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டை காப்பாத்தி ஆகணும். என்ன பிஸியா இருந்தாலும், என்ன வேலையா இருந்தாலும், என்ன வெளியூர்ல இருந்தாலும் தயவு செஞ்சு உங்க விஜய்க்கு ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கொடுங்க. நம்மளுடைய நண்பா நண்பிகள் உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் இந்த நேரத்தில் என்னோட நன்றியை தெரிவிச்சுக்கிறேன்.
Modern politics is no longer only fought on the streets, it is fought in perception, atmosphere. And the man who engineered that atmosphere for TVK was John Arogyasamy. Arogyasamy was not new to political consulting. He had worked across multiple political ecosystems from PMK to Shiv Sena. But with TVK, his challenge was unique. How do you transform a beloved film hero into a credible political alternative? And more importantly, how do you do it without letting him get trapped inside existing ideological boxes? This is where TVK's positioning became strategically clever. The party fused Dravidian rhetoric, Tamil nationalism, social justice language and anti-establishment energy into one broad emotional coalition. It attacked both the BJP and the DMK without fully resembling either. And perhaps most importantly, Arokisamy reportedly pushed hard for TVK to contest independently. No alliances, no dependency. And that decision was risky, but it also gave Vijay something priceless: political ownership. TVK was not just a sidekick now, it looked like a singular movement. Now here's where TVK made another crucial calculation. Charisma can win attention, but governance asks a tougher question. Middle class voters, urban professionals, first time voters all eventually ask the same question. Okay, but can these people actually govern? And that's where KG Arun Raj entered the picture. A former IRS officer, a medical and bureaucratic background, and institutionally fluent man. Arun Raj represented something Tamil Nadu politics increasingly values: technocratic competence. He chaired the manifesto committee, helped shape policy frameworks, and gave TVK a language of administrative seriousness. But his biggest role came during crisis management, because every rising political force eventually faces its first real test. And for TVK, one such moment came during the Karur stampede.
என் லைஃப்பில் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பெயின்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு சிச்சுவேஷனை நான் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணதே கிடையாது. மனசு முழுக்க வலி மட்டும்தான்.
This was a moment where parties either looked chaotic or composed, and Arun Raj became the calm face of institutional response. Instead of looking like an emotional fan movement, TVK projected itself as a disciplined organization capable of handling governance pressure, and that distinction mattered enormously. Now comes the ground war, because elections are not won only through speeches, they are won through logistics. And the man driving much of that machinery was Adhav Arjuna. Adhav Arjuna brought political experience from proximity to multiple ecosystems, including the DMK and VCK. But what he brought into TVK was organizational aggression. He professionalized campaign training, booth operations, and volunteer deployment. But perhaps more importantly, he shifted TVK's social messaging. Through Ambedkarite and Periyarist language, TVK began speaking directly to groups that felt politically stranded, especially sections of youth and Dalit voters. This was strategically important because third fronts in Tamil Nadu often fail to build social coalitions beyond fan bases, and TVK attempted exactly that. And electorally, Arjuna proved its effectiveness. He won Vilivakam and reportedly played a major role in Vijay's own Perambur victory. That's not merely mobilization, that's targeted urban electoral engineering.
தம்பி கீழ இறங்கு. தம்பி கீழ இறங்குப்பா ப்ளீஸ். கீழ இறங்குப்பா.
If old Dravidian politics was built through wall posters and loudspeakers, TVK's rise was built through algorithms. Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, reaction clips, and behind this digital ecosystem created stood CTR Nirmal Kumar. A veteran of BJP and AIADMK digital operations, Nirmal Kumar understood something crucial. Attention is political currency. The faster your narrative moves, the more dominant you appear. TVK weaponized speed. Before operants could respond, the internet was already flooded with clips, hashtags, and meme reactions. And this created an illusion that TVK was everywhere. And in modern politics, perception often becomes momentum. What's interesting is that TVK did not entirely rely on traditional district hierarchies. It decentralized communication, volunteers became propagators, fans became content creators, and the movement became self-replicating online. This allowed TVK to outmaneuver larger and slower political machines, not necessarily through scale, but through velocity. But algorithms alone cannot create emotional intimacy. That required someone who understood internet culture itself. And that's where Rajmohan Arumugam came in. Coming from the creator ecosystem, especially places like Put Chutney, Rajmohan represented a new political archetype, the content native communicator. Traditional Dravidian speeches often relied on theatrical oratory. Rajmohan's style was different, conversational, sarcastic and relatable. He understood how younger audiences consume politics today. It was not through hour-long speeches but through clips, irony, humor, and TVK adapted to that reality faster than many established parties. Complex political messages became reels. Campaign rhetoric became shareable content. Political communication stopped sounding like propaganda and started sounding like internet conversation. And that shift may sound small, but electorally it was transformative. What TVK has achieved is not merely an election victory, it is a proof of concept that Tamil Nadu politics had entered a new phase, where charisma alone is not enough and ideology alone is not enough. You now need digital speed, institutional credibility, cultural fluency and ground level engineering, all operating simultaneously. And this is what Vijay's team built. And maybe that's the real story here. Not that a superstar entered politics, Tamil Nadu has seen that before. The real story is that for the first time, a celebrity movement successfully merged fan culture, political consultancy, algorithmic warfare into one integrated machine. And that machine did not just challenge the old order, it cracked it wide open. Because somewhere between the memes and the manifesto and the fan clubs, Tamil Nadu politics has quietly changed forever. And now the bigger question is no longer whether TVK can arrive, it already has. The real question is, can the old Dravidian giants survive the political future that TVK has unleashed?